Optum Healthcare. We know you're not yourself when even one part of yourself is hurt. Because in orthopedics, everything is connected. Bones, joints, ligaments, and cartilage. At Optum Healthcare, we're connected too. An orthopedic specialist like Dr. Patrick Hansen in Dublin covers every bone in your body. Dr. Hansen will work together with you to get you back to being you. Optum Healthcare at the corner of Moore Station Road and Industrial Boulevard. Optum Healthcare, Dublin. West Lawn's Rated Coaches Show brought to you in part by Dr. Jackson Fordham, DMD. Call for an appointment today. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to West Lawrence High School, where we caught up with head coach Kagan McLean. And Coach McLean, it's all about coaching every minute, every day, and trying to get better at this point in the season. And man, you work a lot of hours in trying to break stuff down and trying to figure out, you know, where you can put a stronger link in a weak link. And this past week, Coach, you had kids. You had 4 or 5 out at once on defense? Yeah, we were down to 4 starters out and then a 5th guy rotating in. Just injuries have kind of plagued us a little bit, and now those guys that came in, they played hard, did a good job. Proud of those guys, but it was definitely been a little bit of a merry-go-round with getting personnel in there on the defensive side of the football the last 2 weeks. It doesn't look like we're going to be any healthier this week, so we'll just have to keep rolling what we got, and those guys that are getting a chance to play are just going to have to step up and grow up quick if we want to have any chance to extend our season and be in the playoffs. Yeah. And, Coach, what was it, 5? You went in, 5-1 at the start of the season?
5-2.
5-2?
Yeah.
I mean, you felt pretty good about things. But, man, when you hit this region, it's a tough region. Yeah, definitely a tough region. I think top to bottom, it's the toughest our region's been since I've been here. We had 2 very competitive games with Howard and Upson Lee. Could have won both of those games and could be sitting in the 2 spot right now. But we didn't make enough plays, and they did. Yeah. And let both of those games get away from us late and end up on the losing end and kind of put ourselves in a corner now where it's a win to get in this Friday. Yeah, and that's the only way it is. All right, we're going to take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. Coach has some highlights put together for us. Going to break it down and try to teach us a little something here. So you stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Fairview Fitness Center, open 24/7 with staffed hours available every day. Push your fitness further with our fitness classes. Join today and see the benefits of a healthy life. Fairview Fitness Center, serving our community for over 30 years. For more information, call 353-1900. Visit us at 200 Industrial Boulevard behind Fairview Hospital or log on to fairviewfitness.com.
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future. That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter, member FDIC.
Hello, I'm Frankie Mathis. I live here on Mathis Road, and I'm here with my son Jared Mathis today.
Yeah, I'm Jared Mathis, and I've known Jimmy Rogers for about the last 10 or 12 years. I work at Choo Choo Supply here in Dublin, Georgia, and also a firefighter here in Lawrence County. And just known Jimmy on a personal level and a business level. He's an honest Christian man and a man of his word.
Now, me on the other hand, I've heard Mr. Jimmy's name all my life, but about a month ago, he came by and spent 2 hours with me one Saturday and visited all the people on Mathis Road as he traveled back and forth. I got a real good impression of Mr. Jimmy. He's the kind of person that does what he says and says what he does.
And that's why we ask you to support Jimmy Rogers and vote for him, County Commissioner, District 4.
Hello, I am Jimmy Rogers, and I am running for County Commissioner of District 4 of Lawrence County. I'm just asking for your prayers, your support, and your vote on November the 6th, 2018. Please go to the polls and vote Jimmy Rogers, County Commissioner, District 4, and may God bless.
Oconee Fall Line Technical College. Think differently about college and apply today.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now we'll go to the footage.
Yeah, our kids, I thought, for 3.5 quarters played really, really good football. You see early in the game getting a lot of penetration, swarming to the ball, really shut down their run game up until the very last series when we had to try and force some things to get a stop. They had about 50 yards rushing, so we did a good job there. Just made too many mistakes in the turnover game. And, busted coverages late that got us here again. A good job first series. E.J. Holmes, overthrown ball, gets an interception, is able to return it, gets tackled and loses it. But he blew him down right there, so we were able to hang on to the football. Luckily for us, a close play, but we got the break there. Offensively early, we were able to do some things and move the ball. Good job, good protection. A.J. stepping up, throwing a little out route, moving the chains, hitting E.J. Holmes there, or Brent Carr, excuse me. Back on defense, again, our kids swarming to the ball, getting good pressure here, forcing the quarterback to flush, and Trent Carr coming up, making a nice open field tackle to get us the ball back. I think that was maybe a third down on that series. Offensively, did some things well at times, got down close inside the 10 several times and weren't able to finish. If you don't finish in the red zone, that can come back to bite you late, and it certainly did us. Here again, A.J. making a nice read, hitting Brent Carr across the middle. Brent making a guy miss and picking up big yardage for us early in the game. Defensively, we shut them out the entire first half. They scored with like 20 seconds left in the first half. Good play here on the outside by De'Eric Jackson, scraping over the top and making a nice tackle. I thought our kids really played hard, played tough. Just at the end, mental mistakes got us. And when you got backups in there, sometimes that's a thing you got to deal with. And as coaches, you just got to get reps, and hope that you can eliminate those when you got guys that are just don't have the experience in there. Here again, good job, Shante Burney, breaking on an out route, getting an interception, taking it down the sideline, and really setting our offense up in good position. We ended up having 3 interceptions, I think, on the day, and recovered a fumble. So good job defensively, I think, of getting turnovers and setting ourselves up on some short fields. Here offensively, got a short field again. A.J. makes a nice read here, checks his protection, and then hits Brent Carr in the back of the end zone for a touchdown strike. Good job by Brent, good route, good throw, good catch to put us up early. Again, back on defense, good job in the run game of just wadding everything up inside, not giving them any room to really breathe in there. I thought our front three, Daniel Lindo, had a really good game for us, especially in there. Had calls fumble, 3 sacks, some tackles for a loss, did a really good job on the sweep. We got guys swarming, getting to the football, a lot of white jerseys around the ball, forcing a tackle for a loss there. Did a good job of that stuff for the most part all game long. They got us a couple times at the end of the first half, but we were able to make some corrections, and our guys really got in good position and made some good plays to kind of shut that down. Here again, big play by Lindo, getting the sack, causing the fumble, and then we get on top of it and are able to get another short field for our offense. Just a good individual effort there by Daniel Jr. will be back with us next year. We're excited about what all he can do for us. Here again, offensively, short field. Get behind the sticks a little bit because of a penalty. But a nice throw and catch here. A.J. steps up, great catch by a sophomore, Bradley Wilson, gets us down to the 1-yard line. One-handed catch there, really just a nice play. He had a couple really nice catches on the night. From the one again, getting our heavy package, a little trickery, throw the ball to De'Eric Jackson out of the backfield, wide open for the touchdown. Helped put us up at that point 17-0 in the game, and we're feeling pretty good. Got a good lead. Kids are playing hard, and just got to hang on to it. Good job in there. De'Eric Jackson blowing up the ISO, forcing it to bounce, and then Trent Carr coming in, making a nice tackle. Again, here they throw the little swing pass out there. Good job getting off blocks, swarming, causing them to stop, and then getting white hats to the ball. When you play teams that are athletic and they got speed, that's important. Everybody's got to be hustling, got to keep leverage, and our kids did a good job of that, I thought. Here again, quarterback sprints out, tries to throw a little screen back. Great read by Trent Carr in the open field, and a nice open field tackle, getting in the legs and rolling and keeping it from being a big gain. They try a little trickeration themselves, a little sweep pass here. We get good pressure on him. He throws one up for grabs. McKinley Kemp comes back, gets a nice interception, and is able to take it down the sideline for us. And almost broke it. Had one guy really to beat right there, but gets down inside the 10. Of course, we're only able to come away with a field goal attempt out of that. And when you get down that close, man, you gotta punch that thing in the end zone. Again, here on the sweep, good pursuit by our guys, stretching the thing out, getting it to the sideline, and getting guys there to make a tackle. Back on offense, AJ, I thought, did a good job making some good reads here. He hits McKinley, getting a first down in some traffic. Good catch by McKinley. Moving the sticks, eating clock with a lead and doing some good things. Again, till about 6 minutes in the game, and everything just kind of imploded on us. But I thought we did a lot of good things up front. I thought we had good protection there early. A nice run, couple good runs here by Jesse Jones in there. One shoestring tackle away from breaking that one. I thought he ran the ball well for us. Christian Coven had some good runs for us. Did some good things in the run game. But the key turnovers, when we turned it over, it was a touchdown. Again, good job here, stuffing the run outside. Got Javen Ash in there, a freshman, having to come in, so we got guys injured. Charles Knight, underclassman, had to come in with guys going out with injuries during the game. So, just things you got to deal with, part of playing football. Here we show some blitz early, get them to check, and then we check out of it and do a really good job here making a nice play after the check. You'll see if they ever snap the ball. Here they try to throw the ball. Daniel Lindo gets back, makes a nice tackle, just sure thing, grabbing up, getting the quarterback on the ground. A lot of times people want to see those big hits, but I'm like, man, if you grab him, you get him on the ground, we win. We'll take that. That's a good job by him. Again, he had a really big game for us. He was our defensive alpha raider. Several tackles for loss, 3 sacks, fumble calls. Did a good job. Jesse Jones, again, on a nice run. Being physical, getting a first down, moving chains, doing a good job for us. I thought he had a pretty good game. Of course, he did fumble at one time. Christian Coven fumbled at one time. And we just can't do those kind of things and win. There again, the defensive front getting great penetration, meeting in the backfield, and making a nice tackle. I thought we did a good job getting lined up, too. There no huddle and moving guys around a lot. I thought we made some good checks, got in good alignment. Here they throw a ball up, and a great coverage there by Dorian Edmonds. And Ashante Burney coming back from the backside to stop a big play. And, we covered it all night, and then one time our safety slips and falls, and he ends up wide open for a touchdown late, which is just a bust, and you hate that. You hate to give up a touchdown on a kid slipping. Yeah. But sometimes that happens. Christian Coven here with a nice tough run late, getting yards, moving the chains and eating clock. Here, big play in the game right here. We got a big lead. We're up 17-7. Chance to go up even more. And we fumbled the ball right here. Pops right to their guy who picks it up, takes it to the house. Now it's 17-13, and they're right back in the ball game. Those are the kind of things that we just can't have happen. And unfortunately, Friday night with kids, that happens sometimes. Christian works ball security every day, does a great job, and certainly he's out there doing the best he can, and we're not faulting the kid for that. But we got to double up, cover up, and not give the other team anything like we did. Here, AJ, nice throw and catch coming back. Thought our offense responded well. Was able to take the next possession, drive it down, and punch it in the end zone and give us a 24-13 lead again. Again, we pushed the ball down deep in their territory, roll out. Nice throw and catch here, getting the ball down around the 10-yard line. EJ reaching out, getting a first down for us, which was big because we'd end up scoring a touchdown on this drive to kind of extend that lead again. Here you'll see, I think this is it. Bradley Wilson, I think, again, makes another great catch here. Throw the ball over the middle. He's open. Nice leaping catch in the end zone for his really should have been his second touchdown catch. He got tackled at the 1-inch line earlier on a phenomenal catch as well, though. But he had a good game for us. He's doing a great job. Here you see we got the lead. Safety slips and falls. Quarterback steps up, throws it to a wide open receiver. Just stuff like that we can't have happen. I mean, certainly don't coach a kid to go out there and slip and fall, and certainly he ain't trying to. When things go bad, they go bad. We come back on offense. Great run here by Dorian Edmond getting in there, helping us gain yardage. We're trying to move the sticks. Huge play right here. On that drive, we end up getting a first down with 6 minutes left, and we're probably able to run another 3 minutes off the clock, and we get a holding call that backs us up and have to punt. They start in our territory. We get a bust in coverage by a backup, and you got the big kid open down the middle who catches it and able to take it in for the go-ahead score that ended up, ultimately winning the game for them.
Yeah, Coach, anytime you get a short field, you got to punch it in, and that's a lot easier said than done in many situations. But, your kids are battling hard. They're out there, and they had ample opportunity. But you went through so many. You went through like 4 at that outside linebacker. I mean, What happened? Bonner did he start?
Yeah, Bonner started, and he ended up tweaking his ankle that has been bothering him all year during the game, so we pulled him out. Of course, Xavier Lewis, the starting outside linebacker, is hurt. So we ended up going to the next guy on the depth chart, which was a freshman, Javen Ash, who came in and, played hard, but very inexperienced, obviously, as a freshman.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the weight room, experience in there.
Yeah.
He certainly didn't hurt us. He played tough, did what we asked him to do. Q-Mac, who had to start on defense, had to go out with a leg injury during the game, was able to come back late in the fourth on offense. But Charles Knight had to come in and play some defensive line for us there late. And again, Charles battled, but he's an underclassman that needs another year in the weight room to really be ready for that Friday night fire. And, football, that's what you do. I mean, especially at the high school level, you can't recruit 3 or 4 deep at every position.
Yeah.
So, you've got who you got, and when guys go down, the next guy's got to step in, and we got to coach him up, and he's got to play hard and get it done. And I'm proud of those kids that did that. Certainly not their fault at all that we lost the game. We lost the game because we didn't make plays when we had a chance to, and we busted when we needed to make plays. It might have been some backup kids in positions they didn't get a ton of reps who made those busts, but still, that's just part of the game, and you got to coach them up best you can.
Yeah.
Move on to the next game and hope we learn from that experience.
Yeah, that's the key. And we're going to take a short break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the opportunity for the Raiders to make it into the playoffs, and it's all hinging on the Perry game coming up this Friday. We'll take a look at that game when we come back, so stay tuned. Every team has a leader, and Lawrence County's leader in hometown banking is Farmers State Bank, proudly supporting local high school football. Farmers State Bank salutes those who make our community great by working hard to make Friday night football happen. Best wishes for the 2018 football season. Go Irish! Go Falcons! Go Crusaders! Go Raiders! And count on the team at Farmers State Bank, Lawrence County's leader in hometown banking. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
The City of Dublin's Natural Gas Department is offering a $1,000 rebate on the purchase of a natural gas, stove, furnace, and tank or tankless water heater for new construction homes or if you're remodeling your home. Individual rebates include natural gas tankless, up to $400 rebate and free gas service installation. Natural gas tank, free 40-gallon or $200 rebate on other sizes, free gas service installation. Natural gas furnace, $200 rebate. Natural gas stove, $100 rebate. Natural gas dryer, $100 rebate. Natural gas grill, $100 rebate. Natural gas logs, $100 rebate. Maximum yearly rebate? No maximum. Save now. Save later. Call the City of Dublin Natural Gas at 277-5048.
A lot of people don't know that Nationwide Insurance is the largest farm insurer in the country. Is your irrigation or your equipment insured at actual cash value, or is it insured at replacement cost? How will the actual cash value actually be determined? By market value, which you can buy a used piece of equipment on the market for, or at some formula your insurance company has come up with. Replacement cost, is it at what it would have been at the current model or the new model? Don't find out at the time of a claim. Call us and let us go through it with you to help make sure that you're insured getting the most value for your dollar. Are your barns, equipment sheds, other structures covered properly? Is your livestock? Is your chemical in storage? Are your fuel tanks, your nitrogen tanks? Are all these items covered? Have you ever been asked? That's what we do when we come to your farm, because we're on your side. Nationwide and Walker Insurance is on your side.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
So we welcome you back now. We want to talk about the Perry game, Coach, and that's what it all hinges on. You're trying to make a 4 seed. What kind of team are you looking at with Perry? You know, we looked at the schedule at the start of the season, man. Everybody said, doggone Perry, what's up with them, man? They're winning. They beat this team. They beat that team. They started out with a bang, but they kind of petered out when they hit the region.
Yeah, they're really an athletic, big, physical football team. They got all the tools to be a great football team.
Yeah.
You know, I think that Coach Smith's doing a great job over there. He's definitely got them going in the right direction. You know, it takes time to kind of instill that toughness that you need, especially when a program's been down for a few years like Perry was for a while.
Yeah.
But they're super athletic. They got the fastest kid in the region at receiver. You know, they've got big kids up front, big physical kids. They got a quarterback who's thrown for, like, I think, 2,000 yards this year. You know, so they definitely got some players. They're kind of like us. They had some tough games in the region. They beat Spalding. They played Upson Lee tough and lost. Played Howard tough for a while and then lost.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a matter of who's going to make plays this Friday. It's a play-in game for us. Winner gets the 4 seed and goes to the playoffs. Loser, season's over.
Yep.
You know, I hate that we put ourselves in that situation because of mistakes we've made. But, you know, that is what it is. Now our kids got to rise to the occasion, come out and beat a really athletic, well-coached football team if we want to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and at some point, I know, Coach, you have to say, you know, to the kids, you know, it's on you. You have to accept responsibility that you have to make plays. Some teams are going to beat you, but when it's self-induced, you can't keep doing that through the season, especially with 8, 9.
Yeah, and I tell the kids, it's not on them, it's on us, you know, as a team. You know, I don't ever put anything on a kid.
Yeah.
Us as coaches, you know, that's our job too, is get those guys reps, make sure they're ready, make sure they're prepared. So I'll take the blame for that. You know, I just want our kids to play hard. If they're playing hard, you know, we can fix the other stuff. If they're having mental bust, that's just a lack of reps and experience, which is going to come with time. You know, especially when you got so many guys injured. I mean, you can't go into practice and give everyone on the team equal reps because you just don't have time for that.
Nope.
They're just going to run a 3-hour, 4-hour football practice.
Right.
You know,
they don't give you that window now.
Yeah, and you just can't do that, especially with contact rules and with, you know, with academics. You want them to be able to have time to go home and do their homework and do things like that. You know, we're not going to keep them out there till 8 o'clock every night.
Yeah.
So, you know, we got to rep the guys that are starters, get reps with those backups, and hope you can avoid the injury bug. I think any team that suffers through a bunch of injuries is going to have to deal with a lack of experience with the replacements coming in.
Sure.
That's just part of having depth, and that's what we've had. So it's not on the kids as far as effort or anything like that. It's on us as a team and us as a coaching staff to fix mistakes, to get those guys in the best position. And definitely we as a team, coaches and players, have given too many opportunities to good football teams to beat us, and that's what's happened, you know. And we can't do that. If we go out there and we play well, I think we can play with anybody in our region, other than probably Persons, because they're phenomenal this year.
That's right.
But you know, and we played with Howard and gave it away at the end. We had Upson Lee beat and we gave it away at the end. Not because of lack of effort, not because the coaches aren't coaching, but just sometimes mistakes happen. And now as coaches, we got to clean those up and move on. And you know, try and minimize those.
Yeah, you can't let people hang around, can you, Coach?
Right. Yeah. Definitely not good football teams. They'll make you pay.
No. And so if you look at it, let's just start with defense. How many injuries do you have this week?
We got 3 starters that'll still be out.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of the backups are have minor things, but I think they'll be able to play. You know, we've been repping those backups a bunch this week, hoping they're going to get, you know, get the mental part of the game fixed so they can go out there and make those plays. But we'll definitely have 3 starters out. I hope it won't be 4. I think the 4th guy's going to be okay. Yeah. So we're going to roll and with who we got and play hard and see what happens.
Yeah. And seniors, you know, it takes a lot of pride right here. This could be your last game. You got to give it all. If you're a little hurt, you're a little gimpy, hey, you got to get on out there. You got to give it all, right, Coach?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're injured and you can't go, that's one thing. If you're not injured but you're just uncomfortable, you know, you need to go out there and get it done because this could be the last game for these seniors. We got to go on the road and beat a good football team, and if we don't, you know, they won't ever play high school football again, and most of them will never play football again, not at an organized level.
Right.
So you know, it's a big game and it's an emotional game for us as well as Perry, and it should be a great atmosphere, and hope we can, get it done.
All right, so let's talk about offensively. How do we sit as far as injury there? Are we free and clear?
Yeah, I think we're good offensively. We've got everybody healthy on the offensive side of the football, so we should be good there. Jalen Baker has been healthy the last couple of weeks, so he's good to go.
Yeah.
And other than that, everybody's good. Now, because of the injuries on defense, we've had to steal a couple of those guys and rotate them in. So we got some guys who are going to have to play both ways. McKinley Kemp's going to come back and play some both ways. Q Mac's going to play both ways. Dorian Edmonds going to have to play both ways. And they're just going to suck it up and go, because those are 3 seniors, and if they want to get in the playoffs, they got to get it done, because I think those guys playing both ways is better than those guys playing one way and a kid that doesn't have experience coming in and having to play.
Yeah.
So we got to do what we got to do at this point in the year.
Yeah. So you've had a lot of kids grow up fast. You really have. You've had some sophomores, maybe a freshman in there, but you've had some sophomores really grown up fast, and that's a bright part of the program, right, Coach. When you see kids, and like you point out, you have a junior coming back in Lindo. You have kids that are really playing well. You just need it to gel, and sometimes things don't go your way. We talked about it before, Coach, in life. Sometimes things don't go your way. You get back up, you snap the ball, but when you get a short field, that's a key. You see it.
Right.
You got to take advantage of that. And I know the kids are trying their very best. I'm just saying, as a spectator, as a lover of the sport of football, when you get that close and you big linemen, they don't want to drive it all the way down the field. That's too hard to work. It is.
Yeah.
But when you get that close, you have to execute. You have to make those plays. And a lot of times it comes down to mental. We'll hope we're in the right position this week to be able to do it. We obviously have to put pressure on the quarterback if he's able to throw the ball. If you got one of the fastest dudes in the region as a receiver for him, obviously you got to bump him off the line and keep him from getting deep on you. Right. Any other keys you may point out going into the game?
Well, we just got to be sound in our alignment and sound in our assignment on defense. They've got a lot of speed. They're well coached. They got a quarterback that can throw it. So we've got to make sure we keep everything in front of us, because we're not the fastest team out there.
Yeah.
We got to keep guys in front of us. We got to make plays. When we do pressure the quarterback, we got to get to him, because anytime you pressure, you take chances, and you're gonna get some one-on-ones.
Yep.
And you may lose some of those one-on-ones, but you got to balance out the risk and reward. Whether we want to sit back and give them all day to throw the ball and just try and keep everything in front of us and die a slow death, or whether we want to go after them and make some things happen.
Yeah.
So I think we need to be able to do both, and we need to pick our times, and I need to make good calls about when to do it, and hope we can go out there and mix it up enough to keep them off balance. Offensively, they like to blitz a bunch on defense. They like to send the house a bunch on defense, so we've got to pick up those various blitzes. We've got to make good decisions with AJ, and we've got to be able to run the ball a little bit to keep pressure off AJ. If we can't do that, we're not going to beat anybody.
Yeah, fair enough, Coach. So we're looking forward to a successful game Friday night. I want you to make the short trip over to Perry. Again, they're always athletic. They're getting better. We're getting better each week. We're learning. Our young people are learning from things that they do. And so they're building character, and we want you to encourage them again this week when you see them out in the community. Encourage the coaches. Let's hope we can take in that 4th spot, and we'll be able to go on into a first round and see what we do as far as the Raiders this year. And we thank you for what you do, Coach.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks for joining us right here on TV 35.
West Lawn's Radio Coaches Show brought to you in part by Dr. Jackson Fordham, DMD. Call for an appointment today.
I'm my team's #1 fan. Yay, sports. I've never been #1 at anything until I put these babies on. Now we're on a winning streak, and I have never taken them off. Do I know where I'm going? Absolutely. We're going to the playoffs.
Allstate guarantees your rates won't go up just because of an accident, starting the day you sign up.
So get accident forgiveness from Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
It's good to be in good hands.